world, I hear people saying, I'm against homophobia, I'm against racism, against the establishment, against growth, against capitalism, blah, blah, blah. And sure, it's all right, you know, you can be against all those things. But it's really important to be for something as well, right? Martin Luther King, the great civil rights activist, he never said, I have a nightmare, right? He had a dream. I think that I'm part of a new generation of young people who is simply fed up with this whole old boring debate about capitalism versus communism or the market versus the state. I think we're simply bored with that and we're looking for new ideas. My name is Rutger Bregman. I'm a historian from Holland and I wrote a book called Utopia for Realists. It's a book about how crazy, ridiculous, bizarre ideas like ending poverty, ending homelessness, introducing a universal basic income for everyone, abolishing borders around the globe, how all those crazy ideas can become reality. If you think about something like eradicating poverty, well, it's just an investment that pays for itself. We've got mountains of scientific evidence that, poverty is hugely expensive. We can't afford it. You pay more in higher healthcare costs, higher crime rates, kids doing less well in school. Poverty is an extraordinary waste of human capital. How many Einsteins are there? How many Leonardo da Vincis are there? How many brilliant painters and inventors are now growing up in a favela somewhere without the means to really make something of their lives? It's just extraordinary if you think about the waste. Every dollar or real or whatever you spend in doing something about poverty, you get it back like 4 or 5 or 6 times in lower healthcare costs, lower crime rates, and kids doing better in school. But in the long run, basic income is much more. It will totally transform our society. With a basic income, we can just cut the crap, and people can immediately start doing what they actually want to do with their life. Now, this will create an explosion of ambition and creativity. It's more expensive not to do it than it is to actually do it. In the past, we've seen many, as they call it, utopian ideas that have actually become reality. Progress is real. Don't be afraid to be dismissed as ridiculous or unreasonable or unrealistic, because that's how all progress starts. Get some kind of vision of where you want to go. So especially in times like these, when many people are worried about the future, and when the demagogues are there, and the racists, and the people who want to go back to the past, in which supposedly everything was better, this is exactly the time where we need to start talking about the future.